Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will explore one of the most important concepts in PHP, the get and post methods. By the end, you will understand how the data is sent and received through forms like a pro. Let's started with our video. Handling forms input with get and post. There are two methods in PHP that used in form to send the information between the pages. First one is the get method and the second one is the post method. Now we will see one by one explanation. Get method. The get method passes the argument from the page to the next page of the part. The URL query string means the get method appends the data in the URL. Get appends the indicated variable names and the value with the question mark separated to the URL specified in the action attribute of the form, and then submits the whole thing to processing agent. The processing agent in our study is the web server. Now, the disadvantages of the get method. As I told, the data that we input, that data or the information is visible in the URL. The method is not suitable for logins because the username and the password are fully visible on screen and stored in the client browser's memory as a visited page. Every get submission is recorded in the web server log. Now we will see the example on this. First, we have to start our server. Next, I will go to the Sublime Text, and here I will give the title as example on get method. Next, in body, I will give the syntax of PHP, and here I will give the headline as simple get method and the h1 tag. Next, we start with our form and we will give the attribute as action to specify our next page submit.php, and the method is equals to get, and the form tag. In that form, I will give the label as name, and next input type, and give the name as name only. I will copy this in between. I will give a break. Password and the name is equals to pass, and one more time I will give the break. Next, our input type is equals to submit. Next, I will give the same name as submit and value as well. Now save. Here not need to give PHP. Save this file. First, I will execute this part of code only. That if I click on the submit button, that it will move to the next submit.php file. I have already created the submit.php file, but in that I am not giving any code. So next, here that submit.php is stored in the htdocs inside the Janvi folder, and I will go to the browser. I will give the path as localhost and our Janvi folder and our file name as example.php. Here you can see our headline, our label, and input field, and one submit button. Now I will click here. I will give the password. Next, submit. Here you can see that nothing is printed, but it moves to the our next file, that is submit.php. Here you can see, as I told, the get methods has the disadvantage that the information that the user is provided, that is stored in the, means that is visible in the URL. Here you can see I have given the name as Gayatri Dope and password as Gayatri, that everything is printed here, so it is not secure. Now we will add some code to the submit.php. I will first I will start with PHP, the if set $get submit, and give the dollar name as a variable, and that variable gives the input attribute. Next, password same. To print we use the echo statement. Welcome to our class. Here I will print the name, specifies the break to come to the next line. To print the password, I will give the echo statement. Here I will print the name and your password is pass, and end this. Now I will save this file. Here I have given this in the action attribute, I have specified the submit.php. When I click on this, the code, this code will execute. I already saved the file. Now go to the browser and once again refresh it. I will give the name as Gayatri, okay, and password as Gayatri, and submit. Here you can see we are in the submit.php file. Same, the data is visible in the URL, but it giving us the output as welcome to our class Gayatri Dope, and Gayatri Dope, your password is Gayatri. So the get method, that is not secure as the information is visible in the URL. Now we will move to our next topic, that is the post method. The post method, post is a preferred method of the form submission, particularly when adding information to the database. The form data is included in the body of the form when it is forwarded to the processing agent. No visible change in the URL will result according to the different data submitted. It is better to use the post method because the data that the user provide to the form, that is not visible in the URL. Now we will move to the next, that is the post has these disadvantages. The result should be expired by the browser, so that an error will result if the user employs the back button to revisit the page. Means if you hit the back button or refresh, browsers might prompt to resubmit the form, which can be annoyingly or even dangerous, like submitting a payment again. Next, these methods can be incompatible with certain firewall setup, which strip the form data as the security measures. Now we will see the example on the post method. Go to the Sublime text. I will, here only I will change. Here I will give a post method. Next, and here I will change that age and give the name as age. Now save it, and next here I have to give the method as post. age, and here the variable name as age. Next, now save it. Okay, and go to the browser and refresh the example.php. Your name is and the age I will give as 21. Now submit. Undefined array t. Okay. Okay, here I have not given the method as post. Now again save it. First I will refresh the example.php, and here I will give the 21 as my age and submit it. Here you can see welcome to our class Gayatri Dope, and Gayatri Dope, your age is 21. But when here I will once again give the input. Here is Sonia and age is 22. Now I will submit the data. In the URL you can see the submit.php, only the file name is visible in the URL, but our information that we give as input, that is not visible in the URL. So it is secure to use the post method in our forms. So now we will move to our next topic, that is the difference between the get and post. Here you can see the difference between the get and post methods. The data security. In the get method, the data is not secure because the information that we provide as an input, that can be stored in the client browser, and in post the data security is more because it is a post method is more secure than the get method. The data limit. The get has the data limit as 2048 characters, but in post method there is no limit for it. Next, the performance. The get method is better performing uh, in comparison to post method, but post method is little bit slower. Next, the data in URL. The get methods data that we provided uh, using the form, that the data is visible in the URL, but when we use the post method, the same information that not visible in the URL when we use the post method. Next, the data type. The get method only uses the string data type, and in post we can use the string, binary, numerical, etc. So now we will end up here. Thank you for watching.